Hello everybody, so today I'm going to do some collar bacon. This is a bacon that we used to do when I first started butchery as a young lad, and then it quickly became very unpopular. You can get it now through artisanal producers, I suppose a little bit like myself, but you wouldn't get it in you like see supermarkets, I wouldn't have thought. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to break the shoulder down. We'll bone it out. I'll show you what the collar bacon looks like. We'll string it up, I'll put the curry on, and then I'm going to vac pack that up. The other stuff I'm going to use for sausage, so there's two sausage today. I'm going to do a pork and leek, and I'm going to do a Firebrick Brewery Toon Broon, the best sausage in the world. So let's see how we go, and I hope you enjoy. I'll just try and talk you through as I'm going. So just going to take some of this off here. So I've got a bowl for me trim, and I've got a bowl for me waste. Okay, so I'll just try and keep my trim close to where I can. So I'm just going to take the hoof off. And there's a natural seam here. I'm just going to take that off. I'll trim some of these up a little bit cleaner if need be later on. So I'm just taking the lean meat off the sausage. And again, instead of racking these ribs out, I'll normally would just rack them out, but I've got a decent knife so I can take these out pretty clean anyway. And it just saves on trimming further down the line. Take some of this rubbish off, which I don't particularly want in my sausage. And then we're left with the shoulder. And like I said, these are just trim, so that's going in sausage. And then this is me spare rib as such, which has got a natural seam. So I'll try and show you that as I follow down. So I'm just going to try and seam this back. But I still want to try and keep it as clean as I can. Okay. So I've got my knuckle. My knuckle's here, that's your knuckle there running, and this is your blade here, right? So I'm just going to go down the middle of the blade. I'm going to peel this back as close to the bone as I can. Now if you're new to this, I would invest in a chainmail glove and maybe a chainmail stab vest, because the last thing you want to do is stab yourself through the heart and kill yourself. It's not a good way to finish really. Right, So now we can see the ball joint. Can you see it from there? Maybe not. I'll just move it a little bit closer so you can see this. Right, so this is the joint here. So this is your knuckle, if you like, and this is the blade. So I'm going to go through the joint, as such. And then I'm going to follow the knife around, okay? So I'm going to follow the knife around the blade. Not too deep, so like I said, I don't want to go too far. And the same on this side. Sorry if the camera's wobbling, but... And I want to go underneath this, and I want to come as tight to the bone as I can, like so. Right. Now, if I'm any good at this, I should be able to pull this quite clean. So it's just me, this finger underneath, and then pull it back. And as you can see, that's pretty clean. I think most butchers would be happy with that. I know I am. So, for a little bit trim off there, and that's the bone. Okay, so this is what's going to be our collar bone. So I'm going to cut this off. We've got the main eyes. I'll just take you around it. So this is the muscle I'm looking for. So you can see the flap there underneath. That's the muscle, the two muscles that's under the blade. So I'm going to try and keep these, and I'm going to cut that pretty much straight down the line here. Right? I'll square it off a little bit, and then I'm going to cure that side. This side I'm just going to use for sausage meat, and we'll see what I get off it. I want to keep the back fat. That's really important in the sausage, to try and give us maybe an 80-20 mix. That's what I'm looking for, more or less. And I'm thinking the bacon, I'm gonna do the bacon with the rind on. There's a nice bit of fat in there, so I might take a little bit fat off the back just for me sausage. But yeah, so I'll show you the next bit. Invest in a bigger knife, but because I don't think mine will go through, but we'll try. We'll have a go, see if it goes through it. If it doesn't, I'll just use a blunt knife. So I'm just going to try and cut that quite square. I'll go so far with it. That's better. Right. So that's what I'm using for my bacon. Okay, like I say, I'll tidy it up, but that's what I'm using. Porky pig. Right, I'll bone that other one out. I'm just going to rip this out. I'm not going to mess about with it really, because I just want the trim. Okay, that's that out. So the next, I'm just going to skin this now, and I'm just going to split off from the trim. Okay, so I'm just going to do it in strips. I'm going to mess about with it, to be fair. You know, just pop the skin off the back. take, there's a nice bit of back fat there, I'm just going to take some of that off from your sausage. Okay. Once it's rolled up, you won't really notice as such. I want to keep the skin because obviously I'm going to roll it over. But that's his golden flavour that for the sausage. Right. Take a bit of this top fat off. Not too much. I'll just tidy him off a little bit. And we'll do the same this end. Right, as you can see, it's looking pretty hot. So next bit we're going to get the cure up, and then we'll put the cure on and we'll vac it off. Okay. That's going to be absolutely lush. Do you think? Full of flavour. Okay, so now with the curing salt stage, so I've already made it the cure. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of cure in the seam here, and then I'm going to rub it in across the top, put it in the back bag, and rub the cure in everywhere. Okay. Then from that point, I'm going to leave it in the fridge for, well, I'm thinking 14 days up to now, but maybe 21. I just want to make sure that it's fully cured before I get rid of it. I'm not going to smoke this one. I've decided not to. I'm just going to cure it until it's natural, and then we'll cut it. I was going to string this before I put it in the bag, but I'm not. I'm just going to do it the way it is, and then I'll string it when it comes out and it's cured. So into the bag it goes. And in the cure, shy bends and all that, get stuck in. As long as I'm in all them little nooks and crannies, it should cure equally. So what's going to happen is with the salts, it's going to draw out the moisture and have to start the curing process. Normally I do this without the use of curing salts, which I'm really comfortable with doing on back bacon. But because I haven't done collar bacon before, I just add on the side of safety, if you like, to follow the regulations. Right, so that's about as difficult as it is. Yeah. So I'll now show you what we'll do when we're back. So this is my little homemade, well not homemade, this is my home vac pack machine, which you can buy online. Really good thing to have in the house. Do all sorts of stuff with it. So, and all that's going to do is just draw the air out, he says. Yes, there you go. Starting to do its thing. There's quite a bit to take out, so it takes a bit longer than what it would normally take. And that's going to seal now. And that's it, done. So not that hard, is it? It's always best to check that you've got a good seal on it. So as you can see, it's quite tight, it's taking all the air out. So that's ready. So I'm going to put that in skin side down. I'm going to date it to when I started this. And I'll put a date on to when I'm going to take it out. Once I've taken it out, I'm just going to rinse it in cold water to get the cure off, the excess cure. I'm going to string it up and I'm going to put it back in the fridge for another week, maybe 5 days to 7 days, just so it dries out a bit more and the flavours equalise. And then we'll cut it on the bait and slicer and see what it looks like. But I promise you, this is going to look amazing.